Okay, welcome everyone to today's movement cure. Yes. So today we just need a couple of blocks and a bolster if you like. So you can have those for later on. So I think we'll start lying down. And if you want to take your bolster, place it under the knees, separating the legs. Bring the arms down next to you. And let's take these first few moments to center ourselves. Feel where the tension is in your body. And see if you can let that tension drop away. Taking a steady breath in and a steady breath out. And let's just scan the whole body. Your awareness to your toes, your feet, and your ankles. Let it soften to your legs, your knees, and let it soften. The thighs, your hips, your bottom, just let it relax. The belly, the ribs. Just moving as you breathe. Upper back, shoulders, throat. Softening, relaxing. Arms, fingers, jaw, face. Breathing into a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe out to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, breathing out, elongating the exhale. Breathing into the belly. Feeling your ribcage moving in all directions. You feel your ribcage expanding into the floor, expanding into the fabric of your clothes. So the belly is rising to the ceiling as you breathe in. You also want to feel your lower back moving into the ground as you breathe in. It's less obvious. On your next exhale, look over your right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed, but we're turning the head. Breathe in, come back to center. Breathe out, looking over your left shoulder. Breathing in, back to center. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Breathe out, right. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, left. Breathe in, center. Let's stay in the center. And from here, we'll bend the knees. You might just roll your bolster away with your feet, if it's there. And hug your knees into your chest. So keeping a hold of the knees. We'll exhale, pull the knees to the chest, tuck the chin, curling up into a ball. Inhale, let your head come down. Let the knees pull away from the chest without letting go. Your arms will straighten. Exhale, pull the knees in, tuck the chin, curling up into a ball. Breathe in. Knees reach away, head on the floor. Breathing out, curl up. Breathing in. As the knees pull away, you feel that pull into the front of your throat. Just continue moving with the breath. If it's too much on your neck today to lift up off the floor, that's fine. Just keep it on the ground. The exhale. The knees coming in, pushing the breath out. Inhale, fill up your tummy, fill up your chest and your ribs. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Good. Keeping the knees into your chest, a hand on each knee. Jellyfish. Exhale, bring both knees up to the chest, towards each underarm. Keep circling around, bringing the knees back together. Knees come up. The inhale splits them apart, and the exhale pulls the knees together and up into your chest. Let's change direction. Inhale, knees apart, circling out to the sides, up to the chest. Exhale, push the knees down and away. Breathing in, circle around. Okay, let's keep the knees open, hands resting on your inner knees. If for any reason that's too much of a pull into your groin, you can keep supporting the outsides of the knees with your elbows resting on the floor. And let's twirl the ankles, get some movement through your ankles and feet. Breathing into that movement, change the direction. Good, bring your knees back in. Lower your feet to the floor. So the feet about a foot and a bit away from your bottom. So we don't want to have the knees right underneath, the feet right underneath our knees. There's some space there. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck our pelvis under, so a posterior pelvic tilt. And now inhale, the opposite way, anterior pelvic tilt, so you're creating a gap between your lower back and the floor. Exhale, tucking under, close that gap, press your lower back to the floor. Breathe in, tilt. Breathe out, tilt backwards or tucking. Breathing in, so you can visualize your lower back muscles shortening and the abdominals lengthening. Exhale, opposite way, the abdominals are going to shorten and the back muscles will lengthen. And just continue rolling your pelvis with the breath. Connecting the movement to the breath. Or your points of contact, the soles of your feet, your arms, your upper back. Just gently pressing into the floor. Good. Come into neutral. So from here, we can take our blocks. So I'm going to turn to my side. So whichever way you want to start. So I'm lying on my right side. So I'm going to straighten out the right leg, bending the left knee and put a block underneath that left knee. So the knee is in front of the hip, and the other block is supporting my head so that I haven't got the neck on stretch, although that is quite nice. And from here, reaching your hands in front of your chest. And we'll breathe in, taking that left arm up or the top arm up, whichever one you've got on top, and exhale, take it back into a spinal rotation. Breathe in, reach up to the ceiling, and exhale, closing. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it back, reach out through your fingers. Breathing in, reach up to the ceiling. Breathing out, get the thumbs and fingers to line up. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it back. Just feel that lovely stretch through your chest. Breathing in up to the ceiling. Breathing out. Breathing in up to the ceiling. Exhale, take it back. A few more. If you find that the knee that's resting on the block is lifting up as you take that arm back, then you're taking that arm too far. So try and keep the knee on the block. Travel with the breath. That whole inhalation takes the arm to the ceiling, taking the arm back with the entirety of that exhale. Good. And now from here, we're just going to hold in a position, taking that top arm over your top ear. See if you can let your body get a little heavier and feel that pull coming down into the side of your body. And let's experiment since we're here. So the arm that's on the floor, so for me that's my right hand, I'm going to bring it across that left knee that's resting on the block. Look towards the ceiling. So my left shoulder is starting to move down towards the ground. Oops, making sure I don't block on my microphone. Just let that top arm especially get quite heavy. Soften your jaw. With each exhale, without much effort at all, the left shoulder blade just drops a little closer towards the floor. And slowly unwind, undo. Press into the floor. So we're going to change side. Support for the head. Support that top knee, straighten your bottom leg. Line up the hands, thumbs and fingers line up. Well, I really hope I'm not blocking my mic. Okay. We'll breathe in, top arm comes up. Breathe out, take it back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. If on any of those exhales, you just want to sigh or purse your lips, go ahead. And the first few movements might feel a little bit clunky as we warm up. And again, just take it only as far that you're able to keep that knee on your block so it doesn't lift up. We're trying to keep that rotation pure. More length through the chest. Deep, deep breaths. Let's do a couple more. Breathing in 3D, feel the expansion through the belly, the lower back, front, back and sides of your rib cage. Now that top arm, take it over the head in line with the ear. Try and steady your focus on the sensations. So allowing gravity to slowly open up around the underarm and down into your lats, in between your ribs. Okay, now let's take that bottom hand to the bent knee. And turning to look to the ceiling. And that top arm, shoulder blades slowly moving towards the floor. And you might just want to adjust your block so that your head is still supported. Right, Amber's making lots of noises. So feel free if you want to just to breathe in. Ah, just like a baby. Ah. Ah. And slowly unwind. Press into the floor. And let's bring ourselves up to our hands and knees. So spread out your fingers and thumbs. Padding for your knees if you want to place a folded blanket under there or roll the mat under. Spread out your fingers and thumbs, shoulders away from the ears. Just breathe in, tilt the pelvis. Belly towards the ground, chest through the shoulders, gently look up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, lower back rounds, mid back, upper back rounds, chin towards the chest. Inhale, start from the pelvis. Exhale, rounding out. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, rounding out. Good, come to neutral point between these two extremes. So we're going to come forwards with the right knee, just slide it forwards so it's kind of underneath your lower ribs. And now take your right hand forwards. So right knee, right hander forwards. Shoulders away from the ears. And from here, push your hips side to side. So see if you can isolate the movement to your pelvis and not your spine and ribs. Rocking as you breathe. Inhale, pelvis to the right. Exhale, sway it to the left. Okay, so now we're going to push the pelvis to the right. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your tail around your spine. Keep it rounded. Inhale, shift the weight to the left knee, left hand, and now tilt your pelvis. Lift your chest. Switch it over. Exhale as you round. Inhale, take it to the left as you extend and tilt. So if you've ever skipped, it's this kind of shape of a skipping rope. I hope that makes sense. Undulating your spine as you shift your weight between the right side and the left side. Try not to overthink it, just feel the weight shift as you pair and combine the movement of the hips and the pelvis. Not that you can truly isolate those movements, but you get what I mean. Let's change direction. Don't overthink it. I can't overthink it because my brain is funny. If I do that, I get really confused. Good, come to neutral. Come down to your forearms. And now take that left knee, left leg further back. So I'll just show this from the side. And again, we're just gonna let the pelvis rock. So exhale, let your pelvis rock to the left. Left thigh might even come all the way down. And then shift it to the right. And the hip might even come down. Breathe into that movement. You may even want to hang out on one side of that. That feels really good. Let's come to the hands and adjust yourself for downward dog. Walk out the feet in your downward dog. And as you walk through your feet, sway your hips. So the leg that straightens, push your hips as far as you're comfortable to that side. Good, let your knees come down. Child's pose, bring your hips back to your heels. If that's too much pressure on your knees, your feet or your hips, you can keep your bottom up and your hips over your knees, like so. Reach your hands forwards in your child's pose, or the variation of child's pose that you're in, if your hips are above your knees, I mean. And let your hips shift over to your left. Walk your hands to your right. Really push the hips to the left. And now place your left hand on top of your right hand and push into the floor. Let your head rest on your upper arms. So it's the same thing if you're keeping your hips elevated. Good, and come up. Changing sides, let your hips shift to the right. Walk your hands to your left. Right hand on top of the left. Push into the floor as your hips push to your right. It's lengthening through that right side. Undo and come up. all fours. So let's come forwards with the left knee, left hand forwards. And again, let your pelvis rock side to side. So you get the first part of the movement. So we'll inhale, take the hips to the left. Exhale, take them to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, push your spine to the ceiling. Now shift the weight to the left and inhale, tilt the pelvis, arch. Now take it over to the left, round, take it to the right, extend the spine. Change the direction. Exhale, rounding, shift to the right, shift to the left, inhale, tilt the pelvis, extend the spine. I find this side much more difficult. Good. And from here, we'll come down to our elbows. Right leg comes back. And we'll drop our pelvis side to side. Yes. Good, let's bring it back. Adjusting, coming up to your downward dog. And just walk it out through the feet. I'm going to add a sway of the hips. Deep breaths, maybe add a sigh. Good, and come down. Child's pose or modify, keeping the hips above the knees. So look forwards, and again, hips shift to the left. It might just be a little bit of a sway, or you might even be able to move your pelvis over so that your heel is between, yeah, so you're kind of, it's kind of between your bottom, if that makes sense. You don't have to, it can just be it can be more subtle. Walk your hands to the right, push the floor away, rest the head as best you can. Undo. Hips go to the right. Walk the hands to the left. Right hand on top of left. Push the floor away. Back to center, and let's come on up. Take your blocks and just set those up, and we're going to be doing a bit more kneeling, so padding for those knees if you don't have that already. A little bit of a posterior tilt, pelvic tuck. Let the weight shift onto that right knee. Step your left foot forwards. Lengthen out of the hips, so try not to go really far into that lunge. You're pushing down with that front foot, encouraging the hip bones up, and that left femur pulling up into the socket, and the right side of your pelvis scissoring forwards. And breathe in, take the arms up. Exhale, start to shift your hips back. Keep scissoring the hips. Bring your hands down to your blocks. You can adjust the blocks so that they're a little closer to you. You can push down, lengthen the neck, unhunch your shoulders, feel the muscles of your back, working to pull your shoulder blades down. Rebend, and this time hips come forwards again, don't drop into it. Keep lengthening out of the hips and bring your arms forwards, shoulders down, and we'll turn that right palm up. Inhale, sweep it back, so opening your chest to the right side, that left knee is forwards. And we'll tip, taking the right finger, angling it towards that right heel, and the left arm up on a diagonal. Notice if the left knee is wanting to roll in, press it out against an imaginary wall, pushing down firmly with that left foot. Okay, bring the arms parallel and forwards. Other side, so rotate that left palm up. Inhale, open the chest to the left. Deep breaths and add the tilt. Left fingers down, right arm up, keeping wrists, elbows in line with your shoulders. So turning the chest to get the rotation. Left outer knee pressing out. So untip, bring it to the front. And we'll just take a little break in between. Bring your hands down to your blocks. Scissor the thighs, shoulders down. Come back to your lunge. Bring your arms up. And from here, you're going to side bend to the left. And now rotate your chest to the right, away from that left knee. And now that left arm reaches across and draw that right arm back. Imagine someone's pulling your arms apart in opposite directions. Lift the chest. Bring it to the front, breathe in, all the way to the front. Breathe out, hands come down. Press the pelvis back. If you want to, you can straighten the back leg in an elevated splits. You can even keep that back knee down on the floor. Staying steady on your vlog, so just got a little wobbly there. Good, let's bring it down. Undo, take a rest in your child's pose. Okay, let's come up for the second side. Little tuck without overdoing it. Chest lifted and expanded. Breathe in, we'll lean to the right. And exhale, take that, oh no, sorry, other side. Lean to the left, take your right foot forwards. Scissor the hips. Bring the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, feel the muscles of your back. Push down through that right foot. Every inhale, feel the expansion in your chest. The exhale, feel the muscles of your back. And of course the hips, the thighs, knees, legs, working as you try and square off your hips. And exhale, start to move your pelvis back, using the blocks in a supported half splits. Lengthen the neck, shoulders down. That right hip scissoring back, left side of the pelvis scissoring forwards. Come back to your lunge. This time, bring the arms forwards in front of you. Rotate that left palm up. Inhale, open out to the left. Stay here for a moment, work the shoulders down. So you can deepen the lunge by taking the right knee further forwards, but don't collapse in the pelvis and the ribs. Keep pulling away. At the tip, left fingers reaching down, right fingers reaching up. Rotate the chest. So chest turns to the left, left side of your pelvis turning forwards, right thigh bone drawing up into the hip socket. Right knee pressing out, lining up, knee with middle toe. Untip, come back to center, breathe with it. Right palm turns up, inhale, open. Keep pushing through that right foot. Add the tip. Untip. Come back to center. Just do a little half split in between. Right hip back, left hip forwards. Yes. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, come back to your lunge. Bring your arms forwards. Bring your arms up. Inhale, reach over to the right. And now we're going to pull that left arm forwards and that right arm back. No, that's not right. Come back. Sorry, take it over to the left in your side bend. And now the left arm comes forwards, right arm comes back. No, that also doesn't seem right. Come back. Lean to the right. Right arm forwards. There we go. Right arm across on the diagonal, left arm reaching back. Pull the arms apart. Keep lunging. And bring it back. Breathe in. Sorry about that. And exhale. Take it to your half split, where if you want to add a straight back leg. Good, let's let the knee come down, rebend. Let's take it to a downward dog. And let's come down. Take a mermaid seat. So we'll take our feet to our mirror. So take your feet to the right with your left foot meeting the right knee. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a hold of your right ankle in your right hand. Lean away to your left. Left ear comes down to the left shoulder. No support with your left hand. Good, and come up. And we're going to reach back with the, hello Damien, reach back with the right hand, inhale, take that left arm up, reaching back, and if you want to lift up your hips. Everyone's here today. Bring it down. Keeping the hips down, just take your twist, looking back over your left shoulder. turn to the front, and we'll switch it around. Feet to your left, knees to your, well, knee to your right. Take a hold of the left ankle with your left hand. Lean to the right. Heavy head. Slowly come up. And take the right hand behind you. Inhale that left arm across on the diagonal. Staying here, or push the pelvis forwards. Bring it down. Breathe in. Stay tall and lifted. Take your twist to the right. Yeah. Yeah. Undo your twist. Feel free to sit or lay down. You can put the bolster underneath your knees, legs up the wall, or take a seat. So I'm going to inhale to a count of 4. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And continue elongating the exhale. I am going to switch to lying on my back. And again, just try to sense where in your body you're holding your tension. Everyone exhale all together, push your breath all the way out, out, out. Slowly breathing in, let the belly rise, the rib cage expanding. Hold your breath at the top of the inhalation. As slowly as you can, exhale. Holding your breath out. Keep holding. Slowly inhaling, belly slowly expands. Lower ribs, the middle ribs, the chest lifting, expanding, holding that expansion. Exhale, slowly deflating, rib cage getting smaller. Keep exhaling, push the breath all the way out. Hold it out, holding, holding. And a natural inhale and sigh. Inhale through the nose and sigh through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing through the nose, in and out. Circle your ankles. Circle your wrists. Nice and gentle. Pull the knees to your chest. Roll onto your side, press down, come on up. Well done everyone, that was today's movement cure.